So they go from fighting other rival gangs and what has to be the most ridiculous gang fight that I've seen since Anchorman. I think Anchorman probably would have been a lot more believable because they come out here, they're facing each other, they're looking tough, they have bricks in their hands, any kind of weapon you could think of. One brother's even cockeyed, and they go at it, and it looks something like this. Laughably bad, but I say, you know what, this is the 70s, so I'm going to give it a pass. 1978, this is a year before I was born. I'm going to give it a pass. Alright, y'all, if y'all see the hoodie, y'all know what time it is. I didn't shave my head for a few days, so I'm looking my age right now. And I'm not finna show y'all that shit, so yeah, I got the hoodie on, not trying to be hard, not trying to be tough, but just hiding the fact that your boy's getting a little old. So yo, before I get on with this video, gotta give a shout out to my man, Mike from Did You Z That? So if you haven't already, go check out the channel, go cop some merch. He's a regular on my channel. We do a lot of live streams on the old school joints. So I'm going to leave the link in the description. Check him out. Mike, Did You Z That? Check out the channel. He's got some dope content. Copy some merch. Got some hoodies. Got some t-shirts. You're welcome. So anyways, old school black cinema is back in effect, baby. So last time I talked about, not the learning tree, that shit was kind of whack. What did I last talk about? Oh boy. Uptight. There you go. That old man brain kicking in. So yeah, last time I talked about Uptight, which was a dope-ass militant black film. You know, Fight the Power, Take It to the Man, written by Ruby D. This time I'm going to be talking about Youngblood, which is an American international production. So if you know anything about them, they produced a lot of blaxploitation joints back in the day. And so this one here takes place in 1978. So this is near the end of the blaxploitation era where they're getting away from the exploitation part of it. So all the pimps and hoes shit, that's kind of in the past now. Now we're going into South Central LA, before Trey Styles, before Ice Cube was Doughboy. We go into Youngblood, alright? So this is before the Youngblood of 1985 with Rob Lowe and Patrick Swayze. This is the black Youngblood, South Central LA, the gangs, here we go. So this is directed by, I'm trying to put some respect on the director's names here, because I know I forget a lot of directors' names, but ooh, come on. Use the force, Rashad. Use the force. Noel Nosak is his name. White cat. And, well, listen, back then it was not uncommon for a white director to direct a black film. That's just what it was. But he did a great job with this. So Youngblood is about this cat whose name is Youngblood, and he's a street youth, you know, single mom, father, who knows what the fuck he is. All right, he's in school, trying to do the best that he can, but guess what? He succumbs to the gang life, to the street life. He gets taken up by this gang called the Kingsmen, led by Lawrence Hilton Jacobs. Okay, you know him from, not Get Carter, what's that shit? Welcome Back, Carter. And he was also Joseph Jackson in The Jackson's American Dream. That's what most people know him from. And also he was in Cooley High and Claudine. So very talented brother. So he's the leader of this gang. His name is Ramel, Lawrence Hilton Jacobs. He's the leader of this gang. The Kingsmen, and they take on Youngblood. They take him in, they initiate him, and now he's part of the gang. So they go from fighting other rival gangs and what has to be the most ridiculous gang fight that I've seen since Anchorman. I think Anchorman probably would have been a lot more believable because they come out here, they're facing each other, they're looking tough, they have bricks in their hands, any kind of weapon you could think of. One brother's even cockeyed, and they go at it, and it looks something like this. Laughably bad, but I say, you know what, this is the 70s, so I'm going to give it a pass. 1978, this is a year before I was born. I'm going to give it a pass. So they go from fighting rival gangs to now taking on a drug cartel, right? So they're pumping drugs into the community, pumping drugs into the hood, and these gangs are saying, listen, well, this gang in particular is like, look, we ain't having that. So Ramel, the Lawrence Hilton Jacobs character, he's a Vietnam vet, and he's having a midlife crisis because it's like, okay, I'm the leader of this gang. I'm doing my thing, but it's like, damn, I have a wife now. I have responsibilities. I'm a little bit too old to be in this street shit. So he wants to pass the reins to his number two. But before he does that, he has to make one final stand and take out these motherfuckers that's trying to put drugs into the community which of course has to be Whitey. Now, I'm about to go into some spoilers here, so if you have any interest in this movie and you don't want to hear no spoilers, stop this video right now. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes. And then once you watch it, come back. I'm going to continue it for you. So I'm going to give you a couple of minutes. Okay, this is an old movie, so I got to spoil this shit.
I am declaring war on anybody who sells drugs in our community.
But Black Dynamite, I sell drugs to the community.
So, of course, back then it's supposed to be, okay, Whitey is the one putting the drugs in the community. And yes, Whitey has something to do with it, but the leader of this cartel, the main man that's running this shit, happens to be Youngblood's brother. What's the word I'm looking for? Y'all help me out. What a twist of occurrences here. What a twist of a situation here. So the brother comes across as this educated dude, this manager, this suit and tie brother, but he is the leader of this cartel that's pumping drugs into the community. But at the same time, he wants to take care of his brother, buys the mama a house, tries to school the brother on doing better in life. But guess what? He's the main dude. Sellout motherfucker. So yeah, he's in charge of this shit. So now the Kingsmen have to take down this cartel, and so they go from being this just another street gang doing street gang shit to now we're the heroes. We have to save the community, and that was the original intent of the Crips and the Bloods. I think mostly, correct me in my history here, I think mostly the Crips were the one to the original intent of the Crips was to clean up the streets and to kind of be what the Black Panthers was supposed. They were a continuation of the Black Panthers, but then they went down a very dark path. They turned to the dark side real quick, and then shit got bad. Then it became a war of red and blue, you know what I mean? So, with that being said, this movie was another dope watch, okay? So far, these hidden gems that I've been finding have not been letting me down except for the learning tree. Okay, that's the only one that's let me down so far. But the rest of these joints have been fucking fire. Lawrence Hilton Jacobs here has a great performance. And he plays pretty much the same character that he played in Claudine. So if you ever watched the movie Claudine and you ever want to see what happened to his character, this is the sequel to that movie. Okay, this is like a spinoff to Claudine that had to see what happens to his character. Now, the dude that played Youngblood, I can't remember his name, but he did his thing as well. He was very believable as this troubled youth who is a good kid at heart, but just a victim of circumstance. And, like I say, he succumbs to the street life. So, this is a good watch. Not your typical gang film. Okay, it starts out that way, but then it goes from a gang film to like an anti-hero film because they become anti-heroes. So, yeah, bloodshed, a good message in here. It has a good pace. Oh, and the score is by War. Okay, there was a group called War back in the day. Remember that song, Why Can't We Be Friends? Why can't we be? I know I can't sing for shit. But anyway, they did that song. So they scored this movie. So dope score, good pacing, good performances, a good message, a good story. The perfect formula for a classic black joint in the 70s. So this one, even though it's my first time watching it, it's an instant classic to me. I'll be watching this again. I'm putting this in my collection, and I recommend you watch it. You're welcome. That's it, and that's all. So with that being said, Youngblood, I give it a B plus, borderline A. I give it an A. I give it an A. I really enjoyed it. You know what I mean? It belongs up there with the best of black cinema in the 70s. So if you see the movie, what you think about it, comment freely, let me know below. If you like and dig this content, hit the like and subscribe notification bell in the corner. This is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.